Ladies and Germans, how you all doing? This is Con Ulrich,
And I'm Rang Ru. Hello, hello, hello.
and it has come time for it, everybody. Season 1 of Steel Division Normandy 44. The league has come to the finals, and if you're sitting in right now, we'll settle on in because we're going to be giving you all of that goodness from those finals. Best of five. Rank's going to take us through the players, the divisions, and how we're looking for it in just a second. We are, of course, on Colville, and I have a great announcement for you after Rang gets done with his announcement. So, Rang, take it away. Who do we have?
Well, on the left-hand side in blue, coming from the Asia Division and making it to the finals, we have Corbeau as 3rd Canadian Infantry Division. And as the right-hand side, coming from the North American, we have ourselves Yuejin as 116th Panzer Division. Now, there
Meh.
is actually a prize pool for these finals. So,
Oh,
the
really?
first
Okay.
place of this we'll get one Paradox game and 2 DLCs. Second place, we'll get one Paradox game and one DLC. And I think me and Khan can both recommend, if you're thinking of a good Paradox game to pick up, Battletech would be pretty good. Because nice thing is, in Steel
Yes.
Division, you can drive around in a Panther and blow some buggers up. And you can jump into Battletech and blow some people off with a Panther. But yeah, Panther has PPCs.
That's basically a man-made thunderbolt. If you guys don't know what we're talking about just
Yeah,
yet,
it's
fantastic.
it's a cool mech. I like it. It's not as cool as a fire starter. Well, fire starter's pretty hot, but nonetheless.
See what she did there. But okay, so we talked about what the prize is. Who are the divisions right now? I don't think. No, you did say that already. Wow, I am having a rough day already, Rang. Oh man. So Corbeau and Eugen though. So
Hmm.
Eugen, this guy has been a titan of every single tournament we've seen.
Yeah,
Corbeau, what's it going to take to unseat this champion? What's it going to be?
I don't know. Corbeau's been he's always had some very fun games when you've seen him play. Very like
Mm-hmm.
half track rushy as a game is deployed. He seems to be playing very defensive. No real crazy half track rush. Just setting it slow for round two. Eugene, he's going to be doing some play down south. It seems with the Panzer III and some light half tracks. And do you want to know? We're seeing 116th Panzer Division again. I keep saying not a great division to play, but hey, let's see if Eugene can pull it off.
Yeah, well, if anybody can pull a rabbit out of his hat, it would be him.
Hmm.
Oh, I actually am surprised by how minimalist both players have been with their initial kind of buy-ins, you know? I mean, if you
Yeah.
look at the Canadians, he's got to have some leftover material.
Yeah, it's the round two is really like an expensive unit. Yeah, 140 points. Yeah, it's really where he spent all of his money and just getting a few rifles and yeah, really just rifles to spread it out. So I think in for Eugene, I mean, all he has to do is maneuver around that run round two, and he
Hmm.
can probably make some good progress down south. And yeah, the round two is for instance heading up into the middle just to respond to any threats.
Okay, so that's what Eugene has to do. What does Corbeau have to do here? Is it just basically Ram 2 drives everything?
Round two early on is definitely going to be a good defensive unit, as they can pretty easily trade with the Panda Freeze thanks to rather high armor stat.
Hmm.
But I think all Corbear has to do is just wear down Rintown to a C phase, and then he could probably, just outproduce Rintown. Just Rintown just does not get much stuff by B and C. They really run out of steam if you can't make a good A phase.
Now, what I'm surprised by, at least for me, is that first of all, seeing secondary tanks already being brought in. Another P3 actually coming from Eugene,
Hmm.
and another Ram 2 coming
Damn.
out for Corbeau. So both guys putting a lot of eggs in two baskets
Yeah.
here.
And he sent in a ram 2 to the same position as his other ram 2, so maybe he's going to try and ram through the center part of the map here. But it's going to be a really good defensive lineup as those ram 2s have very good armor compared to the Panzer III's rather mediocre gun. The veteran shield of Panzer III's definitely help out.
I'm
These
feeling a
are,
little bit
yeah,
nervous. Ooh, first blood. Sorry,
yep,
250/10 just went down.
there we go. So I'm thinking, yeah, Corbeau could probably make something happen in this middle section here as Eugene's kind of getting surrounded a little bit.
And what we said about maybe Eugene is going to be going around the southern side of this map, but
Hmm.
what we didn't really mention is that it's a little harder to use armored forces to pressure the middle from the south.
Yeah, yeah,
At least until you get about another 1,000 meters or so past the 50-yard line.
yeah. Those round twos are gonna be. They can like stop, from really like pushing through, but they are not really best at chasing as they don't have HE ammo, meaning that when trying to go through forests and deal with enemy infantry threats, there won't be the best choice. But dealing with armor, that's that's what they're built for.
I mean, impeccable. But I think what I was trying to say though is that, for example, the 258s and the
Hmm.
Panzer III down to the south, yeah, I mean these guys don't have great armament, but really even more so than that, look where they're engaged right now. You still
Yeah.
have to go another 2 or 3 minutes of kind of driving west before you can really affect a change, any kind of
Yeah. Oh yeah.
flank
Through
around the
the
south.
forest, it's definitely a bit slow going. Is that another? No, still the Alpha Panther 3. My bad. So
The PM, yeah.
yeah. So yeah, it's just Eugene. He needs some more infantry. You kind of get low amount of infantry A phase for in town. He is bringing up a Panther Grenadier squad, which he desperately needs in this southern forest engagement area. And we've got some Humbers now from Corbeau.
Well, the nice thing
Oh.
about the Humbers is that they can be countered by the 250/10, and
Mm-hmm.
they're just putting the proof in the pudding. Takes out one of them just as the recce squad gets on out too.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, it's
ugh.
pretty passive play. I mean, we've seen a lot of aggressive play from these guys before, but this is. I mean, it makes sense. This is the finals. Both sides don't want to do any crazy half-track rush nonsense. So just playing it slow, playing it safe, but that doesn't really favour Eugene Division matchup, right? So it's going to be interesting to see how he fares later on.
I like this Martyr 3 being brought on in,
Oh yeah, there we
especially
go.
with the positioning of it. That
Mhm.
range advantage is going to be absolutely superb. Only concern I would see is that 6 pounder.
Yeah, yeah, and that 6 pounder is going to be able to move up to that tree line just where the rifles are. And that's going to be a fantastic position. Great line of
Mm-hmm.
sight. And I know that 6 pounder could get a good sneaky shot off, I'd say.
Oh, well, you got to do something about this Pinocchio bulge here. It is 52-48. So Eugene was able to get a little bit of territory, and I
Hmm.
actually sincerely thought he would still be having the +1 here. But a rather minimalist. In fact, wait a second. There's no territory units there at all.
Yeah, it's pretty sparse in the center. I mean, the spar troops, yeah, but recon troops don't project front line.
Yes, sir. That is 100% accurate.
Yeah.
Hold your jokes, please. You can put those in the Discord chat. Oh my gosh. But no, it's hey diddle diddle around the south,
Hmm.
and I can't help but feel that Canadians are slowly trying to beef themselves up for maybe a push down that center.
Yeah, they've pretty much stonewalled Eugene from making any more progress, as those Ram 2s are in pretty good positions to stop him from moving through. And the Ram 2 in a defensive spot, first shot, first kill, those Panther 3s are pretty much toast.
Hummer getting a couple of half tracks down to the south. How do you feel about this third P3 being brought in now? Still coming to the kind of that center south
Yep.
portion of the map.
Yep, he's really trying to brute force his way through, yeah, but if the Ram 2s weren't, yeah, he could easily make through, but he needs to deal with those Ram 2s, and it's just tough. It's really tough. I mean, there we go, got the Mortar 3 engage and run now, and really get the kill?
Well, how about
Oh.
this? The Humbers might be able to bum rush this P3.
Yep.
Tracks wheels damaged. I mean, from a side shot, again, this only has 3 armor.
Yeah,
Ooh, getting
Panda
lucky.
Shrek. Yeah, there we go.
That was a nice setup there, but the Ram 2 is still there. One more
Yeah.
shot should be a kill.
Yeah.
There we
And
go.
those Ram 2s can pretty much just, sit in front of the Panda 3 and no one has to worry about being penetrated. So yeah, it's just this perfect Corbeau doing. He's just containing the Ring Town, early aggression A phase, and then once B phase hits, he gets, proper Shermans and Wolverines, etc. to fight back.
Well, that's all he has to do, like you said. So we have
Hmm.
another 6 pounder coming in now. We have the 2 Ram 2s are still going to be alive, and I suspect they'll be able to hang out easily until Phase B, and frankly, might even be able to make it until Phase C if
Yeah.
he's wise.
Yeah, I mean, even into Phase B, you only have to worry about, like, Panzer 4s and Mortar 3s still. There's no Tigers or Panthers in Phase B, so there's still a potent force in that 10-minute Phase 2.
Now, from Eugen's point of view, what do we need here? Artillery to become something to kind of push guys back? What do
Yeah,
we need?
Panzerwerf.
Mm-hmm.
Need Panzerwerfers, man. You Panzerwerf the Ram 2, rush in the Panzer 3s, get the kill. That's how you do it.
But didn't we see Eugen's play last week with the 116th? I feel like he doesn't have.
Yeah?
I don't think he puts him in his deck. I do remember we were making comments that he's got so many P3s, which was
Mhm.
surprising to both of us.
Yeah, we got another P3, and he really needs to get a Panzerwerfer, because you can't really do too much if you just got only P3s.
Yeah, tanks at 20 paces don't work when your tanks are out of date.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, a fourth P3 is on the field.
I know. Well, the other... Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, the other one got
Oh,
killed earlier, but like, yeah,
yes,
so
sir.
that's 4 P3s he brought already. And has not been able to do too much. I mean, the 6-pounder is getting some good shots on a 250.
Boom! One Ram 2 is
Oh,
dead.
wow. Is that a side shot? No, that's
Uh,
front.
yeah, well, that 13 armor pen, the AP's
Yep.
nice. Ooh, P Grunt's trying to get in nice and tight onto this Ram 2.
Pa
230.
oh,
Okay, the
look at the
232.
Panzer
This
III.
could be the death.
Look at the
Oh,
Panzer
here it
III.
comes.
Oh my word.
So close. Tracks and wheels destroyed. Who cares?
Oh,
Okay,
the
tracks and wheels destroyed
Panzerfaust.
and damaged on the opposite side, and that's what I'm saying. He's trying to get nice and tight here. He's gonna do it too.
Too bad he had to lose that
Shooter knocked
Panzer
out.
Trio.
But you know what? I traded Panzer 3 for the Ram 2.
Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. The Panzer Grenadiers, oh, they're getting
Aligning.
suppressed.
Oh my gosh, he's not gonna get it off.
Nope. Nope. Oh.
Aligning. Take the shot, rookie. There we go.
There we go.
But it wasn't. No, that was from
That was
the
mortar
mortar,
free.
though.
That
That
was
mortar worth its weight in gold.
Yep, knocking out both round twos has definitely cleared the way for Yuejin now. And that was some fantastic players. You know, a little bit costly losing that Panzer III, but he knocked out the tanks, which is all that really matters. You know, we are going to be in Phase B very shortly, so Corbeau can, you know, replace his losses of Wolverines and Sherman tanks in, well, 30 seconds.
But what he can't do is hold onto territory when he loses his 6-pounder. 6-pounder to the north, that nice spot you were talking about, that is no Moss,
Yeah.
which means that he's got no AT.
Yeah, and it's only
He's got practically none.
yeah, and it's only Humbers on the field, and they can't exactly do much. Got 6-pounder down southwards are getting some good shots on the half tracks, but yeah, this is if Eugene needs to attack, he needs to do it now, and he is doing it. So this is exactly what he needs. So he still doesn't have the territory advantage, Joe. Joey is getting
That's
rather
about
close.
to change.
Yeah.
Recce troops in the middle and one Humber. Now is the 1/16th kind of issue that was happening in the middle of Phase A. We are to Phase B now, so here's the question. Do we see all those Shermans? No, we see a 6-pounder immediately.
Yep, so he's probably a little bit tight on points. The 6-pounders are being brought in for defense, which, no, a good investment. I mean, he doesn't worry about artillery either, so yeah, I see a pretty good investment, I'd say.
Well, here's the question then. We're not likely to see that Panzerwaffe until much later. Actually, P grunts to the north are probably going to get picked up by a command carrier if he rushes in. The rifles are there too.
Yeah.
Did Eugene, was he aggressive enough to take all of that territory, or are we just going to be death by 1,000 cuts here?
I mean, right now he's only at the 50-50, and those 6-pounders are going to prove to be, you know, oh, actually, never mind, he's going to stand up run 6-pounder extremely quickly, yeah. So, he does have the opportunity to make more ground. There's really not much stopping him at the moment, except for other 6-pounder or another 6-pounder being brought in. So, if he could get a plus your advantage, so he could, you know, post through B phase, get the points, and then try to, like, hold your ground on C phase, he could come back. He is rather low on points still. Corbeau's in lead by just over 200. So, yeah, we'll see.
Well, it's worth noting that 6-pounder got dropped off, but again, there's no other AT again on the field.
Yeah, another 6-pounder. So Corbeau, he's just desperately trying to buy 6-pounders to try and hold off his P3s.
Again, that's the issue with the Canadians. There is no real infantry AT for such a long time.
Yeah, it really sucks. I mean, unless you're using anti-tank Piat squads in the anti-tank tab or rifle leaders, your rifles just don't have any AT weaponry. That's a big problem with a lot of Commonwealth decks, unless you're Guards armored.
Well, here's the verf for the Panzers. He's being brought on in, so this is where the final test really happens here.
And he could just, you know, just barrage an area and push through with his light vehicles.
Although, amusingly enough, most of his light vehicles are pretty much Winchester and ammunition.
Yeah, poor damage. He's taken some losses, especially at 232. He's completely out of auto cannon.
Oh, he's got barely a couple hundred rounds of machine gun as well.
Yeah, he could definitely use with a supply truck, I'd say. Some of those guys need some R&R.
Well, engine destroyed, tracks and wheels are damaged. I mean, ooh, and now with Wolverine on the field, this is either where it's amazing or it sucks horribly, and I don't know which way it's going to go.
I mean, the area where the Panzer IIIs are is rather CQC, so the Wolverine can't take full advantage of its long-range capabilities. The Mortar 3 still, if he can knock out the Mortar 3, I think it'd be pretty easy for the Wolverine to get the job done, but I know both those tanks are in a pretty tight position. And Panzerwerfer against some pretty tight shots off, lovely.
Yeah, wow, stunning up both 6-pounders immediately. 232 is down to the last 75 rounds. Panzerwerfer unleashing to the south. This is pinpoint accurate artillery barrages.
Oh, look at his Humber, look at his Humber. You see the Humber behind the Mortar 3?
Oh yeah, he was there a few seconds ago. The smoke is from the Pentagon de Fiora.
Oh, he sees it. The Mortar 3 turned around, but he can't shoot because there's a forest.
Well, P3. Okay, P3 is gonna get flanked. And
no, P3's
here's
looking.
the shot. Okay.
They know it's but the Mortar 3's looking in the wrong way, so the 6-pounder I think was getting some shots off. Yeah, now the Wolverine coming in.
Well, and that's the thing. The Wolverine here. Oh, he's gonna get first shot too. Here it comes.
Can he see it? Yeah.
You
Oh no, the
see
Mortar
something.
3.
What the heck is the Wolverine? Oh, Wolverine's finally putting him under fire.
Yeah, the 50 cal is definitely going to get important suppressing damage. Humber helps into. Yeah, I think that Humber's probably going to go down to the P3. There it goes.
Yeah, but the P3 and the Martyr, I think it should both go down. Oh no, he's
engaging the Panzerwerfer.
That's a better call.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, that's a much better call. I'd rather shoot for that.
Yo, is he going to get the kill?
If he's gonna he's got to get it fast because right now it is 57-43, and Yuejin is threatening to get that +2. That happens, I feel like it's gonna be really, really rough.
Yeah, it will be pretty rough from Corbeau. But once again, once phase C hits, it really goes into his favor.
Well, another Panzerwerfer comes on in. There goes the Martyr finally, so he gives up his life for the cause, and more P3s.
Yeah, more P3s. I mean, you see it's quite a lot. I mean, once B phase hits, you can get Panzer 4s, but we've seen it a few times before where you just see Panzer 3s keep getting brought out, which, they're pretty affordable, especially once B phase hits, as you can get 1 per minute, because they're like 100 points. So, yeah, I understand.
You understand it, but you don't like it, though.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's just, Panzer 3s aren't exactly great. I mean, on this map, in this southern area, they do pretty well because hedgerows and whatnot. But on show, for example, hell no. But the Panzer 3 may get a kill on the Wolverine.
No, got a Humber. He's moving in for the Wolverine right now. He actually might get surrenders on 2 of them. Yeah,
that'd be good. We've got a second Wolverine being brought in now. He doesn't have line of sight to stop Pierce. And, that's going to be a sneaky surrender. Is it? Come on. That's a lot closer.
That's the one that mattered.
Yeah, he can't see the rifles, but the rifles can't exactly do much either.
And a third Wolverine's coming on in too. Jeez Louise.
Yeah. But it's just Yuejin has a good position with his Panzer IIIs and his, hedgerow hell, where they can get short-range engagements. That's where the Panzer IIIs come in handy, and they do have the veterancy bonus over the Wolverines as well. Got a bomber here, Spitfire. Going to be trying to start the Panzer. And
doesn't quite get it, but you know what? He's going to move back far enough for these Wolverines.
Yeah.
Oh no, they have to redeploy quite a bit to get down there. Yeah, they're not going to see Jack.
Yeah, but up north, Eugene's making some pretty slow but decent progress, and not really much needed to stop him. So that's going to bring it up to the lovely +2.
Well, that's why both the Wolverines are moving up there too.
Yeah, but up north, those Wolverines will be much more useful. They could definitely stop out an entire assault, to be entirely honest. And maybe it should be the best thing for Corbeau, is just to stop his assault up north and just try to punch through the northern side of his Wolverines and some infantry, instead of just trying to focus down south.
Whatever he's doing, he's got to do it soon, because I feel like if he loses this orchard just to the northwest of that Panzer L, right by the surrender, that could put an awful damper onto those Wolverines.
Yeah, because that could get some pretty good side shots on them all flank around. Panzerwerfers, they're just werfing around. And any assault that comes down south from Corbeau is just going to get stopped by those Panzerwerfers. Especially if it's just rifles with no fire support, as rifles by himself are pretty terrible. They're only 15 points, so they're worth it.
They're allowed to suck.
They're allowed to suck. They're 15 points, and they got stars in their eyes.
Sounds about right. So, guys, while we're waiting for these Wolverines to start impressing their importance up here to the north, I do want to make a quick call out. There is going to be Season 2 for Steel Division League is coming back up. And in fact, I think at latest count, we have 65 players. So, to everybody out there who's a part of that already, thank you so much. We're really looking forward to having all of you guys start playing. I think signups might be closed, but I think we are still more than happy to have people get involved, whether it's kind of spreading the word about it or at least supporting all the great channels that are giving some content on it too. So thank you guys. Definitely looking to give me some more as we move on forwards here.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty awesome. I mean, 65 people, that's a lot. And people call this a dead game.
You know, again, honestly, I'm thrilled every single time we get to go and make these casts. Yeah. Rang, I mean, it's been a great community so far.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I'm really liking it because they're having like for Season 2, they're having like a S League and an A League. So if you're not as good of a player, there's a whole league for you. So you're not like fighting against Yuejin and Corbeau all the time if you want something a little bit more easier.
Or something that's more fun, because who wants to lose all the time?
I know, especially if you're fighting against Yuejin and Corbeau.
That's why I'm not playing.
Same. I'm glad I'm not playing against them either. I mean, Corbeau would probably just like half-track rush me and be like, what do I do?
Exactly. Between you and PLK as well. Jeez, yeah. You guys are fearsome.
Thank you.
But returning to here over here, 6139. Yeah, Yuejin is kind of putting the smack down here. Another airstrike coming on in, and I don't know if there's enough Canadian material to pull this back. Yeah,
and this is really good play from Yuejin, as even though once I always
wait. We have the Wasp attack is coming.
Okay,
it's the entire
classic
nest.
Corbeau. Classic Corbeau. He did just for 4, but
5, 6. He might be throwing in the towel slightly. I'm not entirely sure if that's the case yet.
Yeah, that's definitely a fire starter.
Yeah, and you know what? It's not going to be 25 tons, like 35 tons, I think, isn't it?
35 tons, yeah. I mean, even if you add up all of it, that's not 35 tons of...
It might not even be 20.
Not exactly. It's not even a locust, jeez.
More battle tech stuff for you guys out there.
But yeah, this isn't going to work, because it's too open through its middle area. He can't bum rush through. He's just going to get picked off, especially by the half-tracks, as the machine guns can easily stun them up.
Shockingly enough, the P3 is actually not going to be able to see them at all.
Yeah, he can easily just, maneuver around.
Oh, wait! The P runs out of the way! The Staghound is charging forwards! Oh my gosh, watch this work, that'll be hysterical.
And the Panzer III going for the Wolverine up north, and there he goes, Staghound going in. If he can get a Panzerwerfer, he needs to try and get a Panzerwerfer. But the Mobragon, is going to be able to stop this. Ross's going in for the flame.
Well, the thing is, they could get the surrender on this, and that's a linchpin to Yuejin's entire position.
And then the Wolverine's coming in to help his counterattack. Oh, he split out the Rosps. Beautiful. Exactly what you should do, yeah. Don't bum rush through one road when you got 2.
Exactly. You want carcasses to be on multiple roads.
Yeah, you got to spread the love. But I don't know, I mean, the flame in the Panzer III, they get a surrender or kill.
No, they got the kill.
The kill. Yeah. And, but the Ross are now pretty much sitting ducks in the open. And the Panzerwerfer are now booking it. Oh, look, it's a Pack 43. That's,
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's going to stop anything. Now, there comes goodbye.
Well, there's another P3 coming from the south that's damaged up the Staghound, and now he's desperately trying to figure out that... Oh, not going to happen. The Mobile Wagon getting a couple of kills here.
Yeah. So that was... I mean, that was a lot of points, just to kill one P3, but... It did relieve a little bit of pressure in the middle. For now that it's a Panzer IV being brought in, and that Pack 43 is just going to stop any tomfoolery in the middle. So, yeah.
Well, it's worth remembering that these guys both run non-standard decks, and another 5 or 6 Wasps are coming down to the south. What I don't like is, we've talked about this, I'd rather see more Shermans than to see the Fireflies on this deck.
Yeah,
Like, I understand the reason having the Fireflies. Heck, I understand having the Wolverines. But, like has been said before, this is a close quarters map. Just get cheap tanks and get a bunch of them.
Okay, yeah, I understand. At the same time, I think he may be getting it to preemptively deal with a possible Panther, but for now it's just Panzer IIIs and whatnot. But you're right, I mean, like a Firefly is like 50% more points, roughly.
Mm-hmm.
40% Jena Sherman, and especially in this southern area with fire support capabilities, a 75 Sherman would be a pretty good pick.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Well, if there's something like Carpet Cat and you were engaging over 1,200 meters, that'd be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not the case, is it?
Yeah, fair point. Fair point. And a Pack 43 manages to claim a Wolverine, and I think his northern area may get pushed back here if his Panzer IV helping out too. But
yeah, the Befehle Panzer IV
yeah.
is going to give an awful lot of extra death and destruction.
Yep, and okay, the Rosps down south in this foresty area, I can see it working. Those Panzergrenadiers are getting pinned down, so maybe he can actually, make the home run.
Not with the Panzerwerfer though.
Fight
and
fire with fire.
End of this attack.
Yeah. It wouldn't be a Corbeau match if you didn't try some crazy light vehicle rush. It's pretty much been consistent with every match I recasted of his.
Cheese.
Panzerwerfer getting a second shot. No, this is perfect use of Panzerwerfers, as they are just such phenomenal units, especially for just stopping an entire assault.
Yeah, as long as we're within a certain distance from the front.
Yeah. But on this map, it's nice and short, so you can get them pretty close up.
Yes, that is true.
And they got rifle spam being brought in now. I haven't actually seen any kangaroos from Corbeau, which I think is a little bit of a misplay, as a pretty vital unit, especially against the Axis Armour Division, as the kangaroos effectively deal with the 250s, the 250 runs, etc.
But what I do see a big kitty coming on in.
Oof.
And at long last, we are finally going to be seeing ourselves that Sexton.
2 stars, baby. And that, it's going to be pretty good. I mean, you can counter battery the Panzerwerfers with that, won't really kill them. But I think the Sexton is definitely what Corbeau needs, as it can just get the important suppression. As if you can just suppress the Panzer III and go around the corner of the Firefly, that's an easy kill.
What he can't do, though, is get back with massive gap. It is 1,200 tickets and climbing still.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad for Corbeau to come back, and there's only 15 minutes left in the match, roughly. So, yeah, it's not going to go around. Especially the Panther G on field. He does have a Firefly to counter it, but he got the Pack 43 and the Panzer IV as well, so, yeah, a little bit of a tough fight, yeah.
That Pack 43 is actually surprisingly terrifying.
Yeah, it's in such a good spot. Though the Sexton may be able to deal with it pretty quickly now it's on the field. And that's exactly where he's going to be shooting at.
Actually, with the P3 right there, I kind of want to see him redeploy the Pack 43.
Yeah, he definitely wants to now, considering he is being shot at.
Just so.
But yeah, that up north, the Panther G redeploying, and that Wolverine's pretty much going to go down, I'd say. Once the Panther, goes around the corner.
And the Befehle P4, given that veterancy. One shot, one kill.
Yeah, the Panther G is such a terrifying unit because it has 7 accuracy over the baseline 6. And when you got 2-star veterancy on it, Khan, I believe that gives it 9 accuracy.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, it's pretty terrifying, man. If you got 3-star, that's 10 accuracy.
Don't worry, they'll still miss. I mean, look at Wittmann. Wittmann comes in with three stars on top of him, too. Now, to be fair, he's in the Tiger, so he doesn't have quite the same je ne sais quoi. Or, excuse me, das weiß ich nicht. This is German after all.
It's all European to me.
That's fair.
Yeah, Panzer III goes down in the center of the fight. So, I know, because Eugene's really refocused up north, Corbeau can make some pretty decent progress down south now with the rifles and the
No, he can't. Dude, the mobile wagon by itself is going to stop them.
Yeah, it's doing it right now. The rifle's keeping them pinned down. Now, that mobile wagon hasn't been, entirely mobile, but it's definitely been kicking some ass. Though mainly against infantry.
Here comes the nest. They're going to sting him to death. Here come the wasps.
Oh, God. I don't think this isn't going to work.
He's aiming. Here it comes.
It's not going to work. No.
Yeah, no, geez, that's terrifying. Those,
yeah.
I can never remember. He has 37 mil on it. Jesus. And the Panzer is right there too.
Yeah.
Kaboom.
Yeah, the Ross Rush really only works in like a town against like infantry, against like vehicles, as we see. Not so much.
Yeah, that might even be overly generous to say when it is effective.
Yeah.
No, and one last final cheese rush. ME-109 is going to back off. Might as well.
Corbeau he has like what 3 cards worth of Rosps in his support tab just to do these rushes.
It's got to be something like that. Yeah.
It's probably 3 cards, that's just ridiculous, man. I mean, you could take like a Priest ED or, actually no, Ross. I mean, the Priest ED is pretty damn good, but I think the main factor of the Ross really makes up for it. He is smoking the middle, so yeah, that's what he's gonna do. He's probably, played his hand a little bit too early, and Eugene's gonna know that's gonna be coming down here. And even if that does break through, I mean, there's a Panthea, another Moboragan, the Pack 43, it's not gonna work.
Do you ever think these guys are just kind of goofing about?
I think
testing things for
Corbeau's
next
been
season?
goofing about a little bit. I mean, he's been playing really well, and we're not like, that's not like, calling him out.
Oh
But,
yeah. That's not the intent.
But it's like every match, it's always some sort of late vehicle rush, and I just love watching it as it's so memey, it's so like cheesy.
Oh yeah, it's totally
Yeah.
zany. It's perfect.
Yeah. And it
The
usually
crazy-
works, and then it doesn't work, and then he makes it work later on. In this match, it hasn't worked, period.
Pack 43, by the way, getting another kill
Damn.
on another Wolverine. That guy's paid for himself and then some.
Mm-hmm.
And the Wasps are like, wait a second, smoke? Wasps don't like smoke.
Yep.
I learned that from playing Bioshock. The apiary level. that's bees,
true.
to be fair, but
They're both stingy boys, so in the end of the
Yeah.
day, I wouldn't want to be stung by either. Yep, not the bees.
not the bees. So the 250/10, that guy was in here from the get-go. Finally gets repaired. He gets a couple last shots here as this first game winds down.
Yeah.
So game 1 victory, Yuejin.
Mm-hmm.
So we're on Colville right now. The KD is hella different.
Yep. And looking at the Panzer III really paid itself off, Mr. Erla. And those Panzer IIIs did really well. And the Wolverine 2 and the Panther G, it's just some solid kills. And looking at Corbeau, the Firefly did pretty good. And that's about it. And history is pretty back and forth early on. And then
minute 9 to minute 12 sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. And then the Canadians end up losing a lot. But yeah, that's game 1 to Yuejin.
Exactly. So guys, we'll be back with the next game in just a second, so don't go away. Like I said, if you need to, pause the video, go to the bathroom, get another drink. We'll be right back, okay? And we're back with game 2, everybody. Here we are on the verdant fields of Pegasus Bridge. Now, naturally, of course, this has absolutely no water on this map, but you know what? We like flying horses anyway, and it appears we're already getting started. So, Ryan, quick, who do we have?
Left side blue, Yuejin, Guards Armored. Right side Corbeau, 352nd Infantry Division. There's already a light vehicle rush going on, so it's definitely a classic Corbeau play on the southern side.
More memes. Other than that, we just have a couple of flankers just holding out the line here.
Yeah. So, we just got, like, Grenadiers, I'm guessing, holding the line up north. And then we got 4 Pinocchio, mini Pinocchios, a Panhard, a Panzer III, and, like, just Grenadiers, essentially. So, will it work down south? Maybe.
I don't know if the mini pennies are going to pull this out. I don't know.
At the same time, there's no 11 armor Cromwell or really any proper tanks being brought in from Yuejin. It's all just Humblers and 6-pounders. So if he can deal with that 6-pounder, I'd say he's pretty much good.
That's fair. One thing is different from last time is that it doesn't look like either player really reserved any extra funds here.
No. And I'm thinking Corbeau can actually make this happen, to be entirely honest. It's no, never mind, there's 11 armor Cromwell being brought in, so that's gonna shut everything down.
Unless, of course, they can get behind. Ooh, that Panhard went down super fast.
Yup. And the Humbler up north could definitely get a good flank around once those guys get a little bit drawn in more. But they can't get...
Go ahead.
No, but they can't get past that Cromwell when it gets brought up. as there's no flanking position. So yeah, I think it's just gonna go down the shitter.
So, I know I might catch a little bit of flack for this, but that Panzerjäger just line shooting. I'm sorry, I've mentioned this movie before, but I feel like it's such like a Fury moment where they're trying to take out those like 2-pack 40s.
Just
And they're
lasers.
shelling the bejesus out of that tree line.
Yeah.
That's all that felt like for me just then.
Yeah.
And the French tanks are coming. So Jean Lafitte is coming in slowly from the eastern side. You know, to the north, no one really gives a rat's patootie, and I feel like down again, it's gonna be down here on the southern side of the map.
No, what is he gonna do with these Panzerjägers? Just
Flying V.
it's like, oh god, yeah, it's pretty much like a fighter formation. Now he's gonna be pulling back, which is definitely good because 11 armor Cromwell. Good luck, buddy. So maybe he can try and make his work in the middle and more CQC hedgerow area, but they're not the best, infantry support unit. So
They're not gonna be able to do that. The Cromwell's already got. Oh no, okay, they're pulling out now just finally.
Yeah.
So the Cromwell already had line of sight on him.
yeah, backing out into the orchard. Good use of cover here. So yeah, the Russ failed, but he managed to keep his units mostly alive. So that's pretty good. Yeah, and he still has a +1 point advantage.
Quack, quack, quack. All right, fair enough. All right, my childhood apparently not yours. You're right. That 53-47 Corbeau does again have the initial point advantage, but we've seen how quickly those tides can turn.
And I mean, the rest of the map is pretty lightly defended from Corbeau. It's just Grenadiers really just yet to hold the line. So I think Eugene's not really interested in doing any other attacks on a flank. So maybe in a town he's bringing up some rifles over here. So maybe he's trying to capture the town for now and just contain his southern assault. And that Cromwell is getting a little bit close. I kind of want to keep it a little bit of range just to take advantage of its armor superiority.
I do like seeing the light 35Rs being brought in.
Yeah.
Not a perfect answer.
But they're pretty good in CQC.
Well, just saying, it does beef up the line a little bit more.
Just any amount of armor works. Especially against Guards Armored, because one half track can really ruin your day.
Just so. However, one mini penny can certainly ruin the Humber's day, as we just saw.
It's a small Panzer 35Rs. This is... I keep saying it, but classic Corbeau. Just like, he's using like 3 or 4 different types of units early on. Panzerjägers, Grenadiers, 35Rs.
Yeah, but you know what? That's again what makes this game so much fun occasionally is when you have that kind of crazy madcap opening.
I love it. I really do love it. I mean, he's a little bit disadvantaged not having any artillery, like a big ass mortar in the middle would work really well for him as 352nd, and maybe some infantry to try and stop his assault. But yeah, it's funny.
Well, it is kind of funny for me to see that we have, for an infantry division, there's not a lot of infantry really on the map for him.
Yeah, he seemed to opt for the Grenadiers. So if he only has Grenadiers and A phase and they're Ostrooping, that means he only gets 8 Grenadiers. But they do have run style veterancy and not disheartening compared to Ostroops, so they kind of make up for it in that. And up north, the Grenadier squad is about to get surrendered, and there's nothing really to stop a full-on northern assault. We still got the Panther 35R, but that's about it. And that's not much. And we've got a Cromwell being brought in up north as well, so good luck.
This might turn evil. Oh wait, the Panzerjägers are moving on in. It looks like it's going to be the Wolfpack trying to take down that lone elk.
Yeah, they're kind of in they're not in penetration range, really. They can stun it up at least, scare it away, but...
Well, if they scare it away at that point, I would just be rushing in for the kill. Screw the 6-pounder to the south. He's on the wrong side of the trees.
Fair point. And yeah, now would be the time to try and chase it down. The Panzer III doesn't have ammo, so that can't chase it. And there he goes. He is going to be moving up, trying to get the kill here. But the Cromwell.
What? They just killed that Panzerjäger. Was it the Humber?
Yeah, no, Cromwell.
But he fired to the. He didn't fire at that one though.
Huh.
I'm so confused.
Well, I guess we'll have to see.
Another Cromwell being brought on in, so he's got to take out this beefier one before his buddy comes on in.
Yeah. Can he take it out, yo? I mean, okay, now he's definitely in penetration range, but
Yeah.
he
Was-
needs to stop and take the shot.
Yep, because there's only a few hundred more meters before he's gonna get wrecked.
Mm-hmm. I think he's just really trying to get close just to make sure he could actually get a surrender. Maybe he's going full surrender instead. I mean,
He
does it
might
have... It's pretty
be.
fast off-road.
Nah, he's
Nope.
he's going for the kill shot.
Yeah. And side shot too, which is perfect.
You
Misses.
missed!
How could you miss?
He's right in front of you! Engine
There
destroyed.
we go.
Jesus, it's like winning 5 cents in the lottery.
Yeah.
Weapons jammed!
You ever seen that Monty Python sketch with the firing squad?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like
Crew kill! Never mind, because he kills the Cromwell. Okay. I take it back. You're right. He's out. He's out.
Wow, I was not expecting that to happen, and that completely opens up the southern side. Classic Corbeau. He managed to make this work somehow.
I had this moment of like just naked gun for a second. The 6-pounder though is going to get a beautiful side shot actually from the rear.
Great.
Oh, critical ammo explosion. There goes a
Ooh.
second Appendia. Oh, third one.
Yeah,
He's the only
that's
one
the third
left.
Yeah, there's
He's
nothing.
the final brave soul.
Yeah, he's booking it. He's probably gonna get out of range. Yeah, he is. He's gonna be safe and sound. Yo, it's not looking good in the middle, yo. Cause Yuejin, he's got the town locked down.
That's
Yeah.
for darn tootin'. Oh no, if he can force back this infantry for right now, he might be able to hold it together here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they can't exactly do too much. It's an open ground. He can stop any pushes. And if I was Yuejin, I'd try to get Stuart at this point. That'd be a pretty good pick. Maybe he doesn't have Stuart in his deck. I'm not entirely sure. So, yeah, we'll see. Because that's Panjäger's is, that's stopping any reinforcements being brought up. Yo, it only has 6 HE shots and no machine guns, so maybe it might run out of ammo.
Oh, it will run out of ammo. The question is, how much damage can you do before then?
Yeah.
That Piat squad's
Oh,
getting
God.
into range.
Shoot the Piat. Or it's going to miss the Piat, because, I mean, it's a Piat.
The death pair is preparing to fire. Oh, and he misses just wide to the left.
Yeah.
Or right, depending on your perspective.
Also right. Or left. I don't know.
All I know is that left or right, right is wrong.
Yes.
Oh, and if killing that Panzerjäger is wrong, then I don't want to be right. Oh, I do
Oh
want to...
god, another Cromwell?
Another Cromwell, maybe, but we are also seeing that rifle leader is getting pinched on out. There's one brave soldier. That's good for another couple percentage points right there.
Yeah.
And there we go.
This is good. Corbeau's getting that nice +1 point advantage. And if he's... I mean, both sides have pretty similar point curves, except for B phase, where Corbeau's disadvantage, but he definitely wants to try and get his point advantage. Don't want to keep saying advantage early on, because as you all know, Guards Armored can be a rather fearsome force in C phase, especially on a map like this where it's a bit more open and tanks can really go to town.
Well, I've heard it said that the Guards Armored is rather a heftily powered division, to put it delicately.
I'd say one of like the best allied divisions personally. One of the best divisions in game. But that's another. That's a whole nother round. But nonetheless.
A whole other rant. Okay, well.
But Corbeau, he's barely holding on to north of Grenadiers. I do like how he has it on hold fire. Grenadiers and hold fire, whereas except for the guys in the middle, is a really good play, as you want to wait for the infantry to get within 200 meters and open fire, as your machine gun does much more damage.
Well, as you want to wait until you see the whites of their eyes, I completely
Exactly.
understand.
Bunker Hill, buddy.
We lost that, sort of.
Yeah,
It was a moral victory.
it was a moral victory, but we took a lot of losses too, so, I mean, you won the revolution in the end, so what more can you ask for?
Being friends with Canada forever.
Well, now you are.
I know I'm asking for an awful lot, but... Color your skin doesn't matter to me. Panjäger in the meantime, trying to take out this Piat squad. The Piat squad continues to throw rounds every single direction except where they want to go.
Yeah, that's the Piat squad.
And meanwhile, the 35R is just...
Gets a
Jesus.
shooter wounded on a 5 armored tank.
Well, that means he's been going to church.
Yeah.
We are to phase B. Actually, it snuck up on us. I completely missed it. We're in phase
Same here.
B. So, tell me, good sir, does it get better or worse for the 352nd from here?
I guess better. I can get some proper tanks now. Or maybe Corbeau's just want to keep with the 35R spam in a sense. You can get Pioneers, which is definitely going to be very useful in that town fight. But in terms of economy, this is really Corbeau's lowest point as he's 25-point difference. And as we all know, Eugene, Guard Armor, they get a lot of armor on B phase. Look, his Panzer III around the town. He's maybe able to get a good flank around here and surround the town.
He's got to do something with it. I do want to see some arty coming out here.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be much better against these guards if you can just stun them up and slow down their pushes.
Because those big ass mortars, I forgot the caliber.
But the 107?
20? I don't know. It makes big booms. You have really good for 352nd. You also can get neighbor rifles, I believe.
JU-87 coming in the north.
This is gonna be MVP unit for sure. If, it's not a Tempest.
Well, he's got 3 crits in 3 shots.
Yeah.
Oh, no, 6 shots, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, but there's still a bunch of assistance on that one. So the ME-109's ground attacks, that's still decent enough.
Those 109s are going for the Tempest. And,
But I didn't realize there's a Crusader Mark II. It's not just the Mark I down to the south.
Yeah.
So actually really good micro here from Eugene.
Using the AA to its full advantage to, keep his,
You might get a kill on the retreat.
Right, got a Fokker show.
Oh, jeez.
And the second Messerschmitt, it's not fully stunned up, so, yeah. But yeah, that JU-87G is going to be an extremely important unit for Corbeau, as they can just, as we see in other matches, they can just pick off tanks in the right situation.
Well, the funny thing for me is that he got 3 crits after firing basically 3 salvos. I was like, oh, man. Yeah.
It's like a roll of the die.
And you called it before, that entire northern section is completely and totally reversed now. Where had been lots and lots of red, now they're feeling rather depressed in blue.
You got that one Renault behind enemy lines. Good luck here, buddy. And the Messerschmitt does go down. It has a really good dogfight. Both sides having some fantastic micro air. Really close.
I'd rather note the fact that the Befehl Panzer is behind enemy lines and he's taking care of that anti-air blanket.
Yeah, that's good. That's definitely going to help him later on, as he needs to get knock out his AA unit so the JU-87 can come and get some kills. And this is how you use Panzer IIIs and light armor. You flank around. You get kills.
One thing is not going to last, though, because we have a Sherman coming on. In fact, no, it's just more infantry to the south.
Yeah.
But regardless, the Sherman and the Cromwell, between those two right there, and Corbeau apparently is calling for help.
Yep. Yeah, that poor 35R got a little boo-boo on
Worst
his
mechanics.
At least it wasn't a Tiger tank. It probably would have been there for 20 minutes trying to replace the tracks.
Yeah. But still, way less infantry than I expected coming out of an infantry deck.
Yeah,
all this is vehicles.
This is a pretty small amount. He's just using the Grenadiers, essentially. I haven't seen any Pioneers, which is really helping his town, but yeah. Yes.
Well, what about the line dogs we should be seeing here?
The line dogs?
Yes, the line dogs. The cannon fodder.
Oh, the Osttruppen?
Yes.
Yeah, I think he hasn't opted to take any in this deck. He could actually get Ersatstruppen, which, I know, knowing Corbeau, he probably has Ersatstruppen in his deck. But it's just, seems to now he's just pretty content with just getting the Grenadiers and whatnot.
Well, P3, by the way, determining that he's done his more than his share of work, is booking it out of it pretty darn fast. P3 still might get picked off by the Sherman as it rushes in behind him.
Yeah, and I do like how he didn't just, bum rush it to its death once behind enemy lines and is actually trying to conserve it and get it out. So,
Oh no, just wait. Just wait, it'll happen.
I know the Sherman still got a little bit to go. The Humber could actually get a rear shot, but the Panzerjäger's here.
Yes.
Weapon jammed first shot.
Jesus. Okay. Tracks and wheels.
He's going to get the kill on that Panzerjäger.
Internal fragments.
Oh.
That's kind of obnoxious, my friend.
That's The lucky machine gun hit knocked out all the ammunition.
I imagine luck is kind of an in the eye of the beholder kind of idea here,
Yeah.
but sure.
Yeah, and the Sherman's just going to be able to rush around the corner and, greet him with some American freedom.
Somebody told me he had a Sherman who looked like a P3 that I had in Phase B. Maybe I lost you. Oh, man, alive. Flak 41 is on the field.
We should open up a Steel Division parody band. Yeah, that parodies like popular songs, but with Steel Division mechanics.
Oh man, it was like the League of Legends stuff that came back when I was back in college. It was a long time ago at this point.
Like
Ooh, JU-87.
Oof. If he can knock out that Sherman.
He's not going to. Here comes the Tempest. It's going to be awful.
No.
It's going to be awful.
Yeah,
Critical ammo explosion. Make it out alive. Survive.
He's got the Messerschmitt on the tail. The AA's Yayo. Oof.
Okay,
and 88. Yeah, there we go.
Well, that's the thing that kept him even remotely in this.
Mm-hmm.
And the Focke-Wulf's here too.
And
okay.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, but he had to get more than one kill to make that really worthwhile. It's gonna take forever for that thing to come back out again.
Yeah. And you got the Saxon being brought in now, and yeah, artillery is going to be extremely useful. And it really kind of like, even though Corbeau hasn't been using any artillery, it really deters Corbeau from getting artillery in the future. As it's all, except for the IG-18, it's all pretty short range and, towed. So the Saxons can easily counter battery any neighbor rifles or mortars that Corbeau could bring up in the future. But he seems to be happy with not getting artillery and just getting Flak 88s, Panzerjägers, and Grenadiers.
Well, doth my eyes deceive? Are we going to see some air such trooping coming on in now?
Maybe. That might be air stats. Probably. I mean, it's an Opal Blitz, not like a DMA.
Yeah, not likely to be those guys.
I would not want to be those guys either, right? But this is pretty good play in the middle. Yuejin using a Sherman to great effect to, pick off units here and there. And he's just getting that slow +1 point advantage, catching up to Corbeau, and we're almost into Phase C.
And that's like you said, when the pain train really starts to fly.
Mm-hmm. At the same time,
trains fly. None of the police have trains flew at all. But anyway, you were saying, please, it's much more intelligent than what I was going to be saying.
Well, no, but Corbeau, he is free for the second, so he can get that Jagdpanther out. It's an expensive buy, but it can really put, it can really stop Guard Armored from making much progress, as it does have good armor and a damn good gun.
Yeah, that may be. By the way, Flak 41 to the north, desperate to take out this disabled Cromwell in the middle of town. He's been taking out the mini pinnies all over the place.
Yeah, oh, he's actually trying to get the rifleman right now. I think the Cromwell's just barely out of line of sight, which is unfortunate.
Well, that was the thing, is that honestly with that Star of Veterancy as well, you don't want to be anywhere close to that.
Exactly. The down south, we got, Ersatz trooping down south. Yeah, there we go. You can only get 10 of him, so you can't just spam 24 like he did in the semi-finals on Carpicat.
Yeah, but you can't help but feel that wouldn't be a bad idea.
That wouldn't be a bad idea, but he's gonna run out of Ersatz trooping pretty quickly if he uses them the classic Corbeau ray. But still, they're pretty good units, and Flak 88 is gonna go down probably, which would be a rather big loss, not for the anti-tank department per se, but more for, keeping his JU-87 alive.
We'll just bring another one in to replace it, so once that one dies, another one will return again.
Yeah.
The budget Hydra.
I feel like at this point, Yuejin can just slowly erode at Corbeau's defenses. I mean, he's got 25 pounder and Saxon, and everything that Corbeau has on the field is pretty lightly armored. So he can just pick off Flak 88's Grenadiers for his heart content and then push through. And just looking at that unit rise, he has just much more on the field in terms of numbers. And here's a JU.
Whose attack run's not going to be happening any longer. That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Ooh, Tempest. Oh, no, it's going to be quite the furball. Never mind. That ground fire, for some reason, I was like, okay, yeah, it's going to be awesome. Head further north, my friends. Hit the center part of the map.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what, right now? I'm sure you've seen Looney Tunes as a kid, right?
Of course.
So, you know the vulture?
Yes. Oh my god, that's
Unfortunately accurate.
that's pretty that's pretty accurate on a JU-87.
Oh, yeah,
God,
yeah.
but he manages to get it out, which is, you know, pretty good. I mean, he does not want to lose at JU, but he hasn't managed to do too much work of it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was gonna make a very, very un-PC comment, but I realized can't do that quite yet. Mini Penny was firing at the Cromwell to the south. This might be the last one in the entire existence. The rest of them have been killed and murdered and
Yeah,
maimed.
his
Yeah, I think this is it.
Panzerjägers are. I mean, they're only an A-phase unit, so by God, he must have run out of him by now. Oh,
And yeah, it's just barely out of range. Flak 41 going after that Crusader. So AA goes after AA.
and
And I'm
yeah,
pretty sure I know which one should win.
I think the run of the big bloody gun should win.
Oh,
That's my bet.
the much bigger bloody gun than the other gun, right?
Exactly. And we got the Act Panther Khan
Do
down
we?
south.
Ah, there
There
we
we
go.
go. This is gonna be. I mean, it can deal with all the armored threats. Yeah, it's Yuejin can bring out, but it does need that fire support to be useful.
Yeah,
And
otherwise
it's
yes.
and it can, get side charted. It's gonna be priority target for Eugene to knock out, so I can expect all the firepower being diverted onto Yak Panther.
Yep, otherwise it is devastatingly average.
Mm-hmm.
Panjäger engaging the Sherman in the middle of the map, managing to destroy the ammo storage, but the Sexton, the 25-pounder, are basically saying, let's play
Yup.
with that Flak 88.
And yeah, the artillery's just gonna pretty much nullify that. And now, with, infantry and fire support being brought in from Eugene, he's gonna be able to, get a good hold on the south for now, till the Yank Panther comes in. And they're just looking at it, Eugene's got Firefly coming in middle, another Sherman in the middle. So he's got good forces all around. It's just lots of stuff everywhere. I mean, it's much more. Just many more. Just look at the minimap. It's much more dense on Eugene's side of the battlefield.
And not just dense with low health equipment either. I mean, yes, we have some vehicle criticals here and there, but more than that, I mean, a lot of the vehicles for Corbeau, if they survive at all, are quite damaged.
Yeah.
The squads, they're carved down. These air assault troopers, for example, 60% of their strength. The grenadiers, less than half their strength. I mean,
Yeah.
we're looking at very, very wounded men.
Exactly, and don't exactly have much in the way of anti-tank weaponry. I mean, the Grenadiers have Panzerfaust, and they got one Flak 88 up north, but the Flak 88 is being somewhat artilleried.
No, one thing I never quite understood why the HE is so much less powerful than the machine gun on the vehicles.
Yeah, it's a good. I understand. I think it's.
I'm sure it's a game balance
I think
thing,
it's
but
like
I feel like
the fire. I think as the HE calculates the fire rate in it too for the machine guns. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I mean, it's very short to extremely powerful because you've got 3 machine guns on a 80-point tank.
yes,
Yeah.
sir. JU-87 coming back in for another attack run. With at least the Crusader being tracks and wheels destroyed, he's finally dead. That's one kill.
Mm-hmm.
Now
He's going for the
JU-87 stepping into the attack, bailed
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Doesn't get the kill, though. Some unlucky rolls, yeah. He is going to be coming in for round 2. Here's a Tempest, but...
Well, and there's 2 Crusaders in the middle of the map, too, so he's not... Yeah, again, the JU-87 has not been getting the value it should have been getting.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a credit to Eugene's, anti-air blanket and use of that single Tempest.
Yeah, he's only brought out like 1 Tempest this entire match, if I'm not mistaken. And he's using it to great effect to keep away his 2-star Volkerwolf and run on 9Gs. Oh, crack! Here's the Mighty Duck.
He come back in for another... Oh, no, yes! Yes.
Yeah.
Hinkel
Going in
ist
for the
das
shot.
du? That's one.
Let's run. Tries to get the second.
And then loses
Well.
loses sight of it.
Yeah. And here's a Tempest, Joe. And I think the Mighty Duck is gonna go down in another deadly game of Duck game.
You know, this is kind of sad. I never really focused on this before, but all the gliders on the ground. Now it's just one more skeleton.
Oh yeah, That's a lot of gliders.
Kind of pathetic. I've never paid attention to that before.
Mm-hmm.
We've done so much on this map. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Anyway, whew. Young Panther tracks and wheels damaged. Thank you, courtesy of that little rinky-dink Sherman and the Firefly just to the west of it.
Yeah, and that's pretty good flanking position there to get on the Jagd Panther. And yeah, there's not really much there to support the Jagd Panther. It's all kind of alone. The infantry is all pinned down, so it's not really going to be all that useful. And it's just getting artilleried by the section, so it's just going to be continually suppressed.
All right, so eyeball it. I mean, it looks like it's going to be game 2 going over here to Yuejin. So eyeball it. Was it the cheesy opening that lost it, or was it just that guards are just beastly strong, and 352nd is not an anti-armor division?
I'd say it's a little bit of both columns. Guards is like a very good division. It's a really good division. As you can see, they can just bring out a lot of stuff. But also 352nd, I'd say it's a pretty poor division. Like, none of the Axis infantry divisions are really rough to play, to be entirely honest. As 352nd doesn't have like a great infantry lineup, and the tank lineup's not that great. I mean, you got like the Panzerjägers and Renaults, which are good early on, but then the Stugs are way too overpriced to be useful. And then in the sea phase, you have to rely on Jagd Panthers, which are extremely expensive for like an infantry division that doesn't have like half tracks or mobile vehicles to really take advantage of. Yeah, I think I just say like 352nd. It's not a very good division. They look pretty good on paper, but in practice, it just doesn't work out well. I much prefer to play a German armor division that has Panzer Grenadiers as my main infantry, because Panzer Grenadiers are much more useful than regular Grenadiers and any day of the week, to be honest.
Not even 91st Luftlander?
Okay, 91st...
Oh my god. One shot, one kill, there goes the second Young Panther.
Oh, damn. No. Oh yeah, 91st is technically an infantry division, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, technically.
It's technically. It's like a weird mix. 91st is like the exception to the rule because Feldjägers are Asian. And even... Oh, JU-87...
And it continues. It's again devastatingly lackluster performance.
Yeah, guess it's like 9/10 of the rate. Yeah, it just doesn't get that last 10% final kill, unfortunately.
We get back to the 91st. Yeah, okay, but here's actually the question: Festung, Gross Paris, is that considered to be an infantry division in your mind?
That's an everything division.
And see, that's the question. 'Cause I mean, like. That one has a lot of utility.
Yeah.
It may not be amazing, but it's got a lot of utility. So, I mean, you could argue that that's not a terrible division if you called it an infantry division.
Yeah. But in terms of, like, 352nd and 716th, they are just both not that great because you don't have any, like, mobile units to really, like, take advantage of an attack. And the artillery is not really that useful because it just gets counter-batteried by sextons. You don't really get, like, good tanks. It's just... It is a bit lackluster, especially when you compare to, like, 15th Scotch, even though they're both completely different, sides of the war. 15th Scotch is like good tanks and whatnot to help them out.
So worth noting that the KD looks really different until you realize that in the last three and a half minutes of the game, that Corbeau dropped something like 700 points of material then.
Yeah, Tucker just, knocks out 2 Jagd Panthers back-to-back in, 21 seconds. So, that's like 600 point share in the late game. But, yeah, I mean, Corbeau, he tried another classic rush. It didn't work. It then worked, and then it didn't work.
Well, let's see if it's going to be a 3-0. I'd be kind of depressed if it was just a 3-0 over here.
Same.
But I imagine we'll find out in just a second. So, folks, we'll see you game 3 in just a moment. And it's time for game 3. So here's the question. Will it be a 3-0 in favor of the current leader, Yuejin? Well, the map itself, of course, is Odon, and we, interestingly enough, have a couple of new divisions to see. Who do we...
On the left-hand side in blue, we have Corbeau as the 1st Product Armor Division, where it's something you used to see a lot, but no, not anymore. But now we're seeing it again. And we have Yuejin on the right-hand side, and I was complaining about German Axis Division, so Yuejin is playing in the 716th Infantry Division. Where it's like Rintown, I would say it's like down there of worst Axis Divisions to pick. So Let's see how Yuejin does it, because 7/16 is slow. Really slow and not much armor. So if Corbeau, get a section or two, he can pretty easily deal with the entirety of Eugene's lineup.
Well, he does have one of them starting up already. Now, the funny thing
Yeah.
for me is that, and our viewers out there will not have seen this, but when the map itself loaded for the cast, we had a message from Corbeau, polls against 7/16 is my game to lose, right? Now, I don't know if he's trying to call his shot and trying to do the whole, like, Babe Ruth kind of thing here, or what the deal is, but I am certainly hoping that the curse of the Bambino is not going to be striking our noble player from the Asia Division.
Yep, and I'm looking at Corbeau. He doesn't seem to be doing anything like cheesy rust. We've got like a Stuart and 2 Cromwells, which is a bit rusty. He did actually take the Saxon out, I think, for another Cromwell. So
Yep.
yeah, I think he's gonna do that Northern Assault, with that in half track essentially. See how much he can get.
Well, you're saying about the 7/16 being super, super slow, and you can tell that by the initial deployments that, yeah, it's going to be a bite and hold kind of approach here.
Yes.
But this might be one of the few maps where I think the 7/16 is almost workable.
Yeah, it's a lot of choke
Almost.
points and a lot of like forests to hide AT guns and Panzerschrecks, and he's got a lot of Panzerschrecks, which is perfect.
Yes, he
Just
does.
So bloody good to get. So
Well-
he could make it work.
Different thing Corbeau, though, is that well, from the last game anyway, we actually see some artillery coming out initially from Yuejin.
Oh yeah, it's probably just one of the like the cheap howitzers, I believe. If I can just zoom in on it. No, it's an IG-18.
Yeah, and then we have
Yeah.
a mortar as well. So it's that
Yeah.
that I think was a vital piece that was missing from Corbeau's approach last time.
Exactly. I mean, artillery, even if it's just like a lowly mortar, makes a huge difference.
And meanwhile, Corbeau's taking his sweet old time moving on in.
Mm-hmm.
And here comes the Osttroop and Shrek spam. Okay, so this... I like this, actually, from the German side of things. You have a dedicated anti-tank,
Yup.
and then you have meat shields. It makes
Yeah.
perfect sense.
But you need fire support.
And he's got that, though, too. The IG-18, the mortar is centrally located. Where did it go?
It's one up
The north. Okay, so they
And
got
the
out the
IG-18's down
yeah, there we
south.
go.
And he's got an artillery piece coming in the middle and a mortar as well. IG-18 on a mortar, so that should help
Yeah.
out with fire support in mid.
Yeah, perfect. This is exactly what you need to have.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Corbeau is kind of committing a sin here in terms of vehicle play.
I mean, he's got tanks in a town, but he's got infantry in front, so it's not completely ballsy. And he's going to see up Panzerschreck, so he can pretty easily deal with it.
Not completely ballsy. That's not exactly what you want to hear from a guy who's down to nothing. He's not completely screwed himself, just mostly.
Yeah, but once that Panzerschreck goes down, his Cromwells and Stuarts and just go to town essentially. There's not really much here to stop him. Oh, he's got the pack gun, but
yeah, and that's what I was going to say. Is that's pretty much true. To the north, he does have a door knocker way far back from the front lines, and to the south, he's got that. And it's not even really. Oh no, actually, that's a pretty good placement.
yeah, it's to stop any crazy rushes that Corbeau may try and pull. It's in a good anti-rush position.
As expected, the northern side desperately needs help. So while Yuejin has a 52-48 with some artillery, some air power coming in, the northern flank is not going as well.
Yeah, cool. Corbeau's, he's only got rifles, and no fire support, so definitely gonna go down. And even if Yuejin does capture his northern side, he can't really exploit it. It's all open field, and I wouldn't charge infantry over an open field, even with the road rule 1 division. Quotation marks.
Just so.
Yeah, we've got a hurricane in the skies. That's gonna be pretty damn useful, I'd say.
I was going to say, it might be a little bit tempestuous up in the air, but thankfully we don't see any one of those from the Allied side of things at the moment.
It's just hurricane season right now.
Oh, we're definitely going to the eye of the storm. Awesome song, by the way. It's a little bit maudlin, but it's an awesome song.
If he's fighting against a Trophotes, then it'd also be Eye of a Tiger.
You're right. You're right. Maybe he just wants to rock him like a hurricane.
Fair point. Fair point.
Slow burn. The hurricane's coming back in. He's putting down that mortar. And this is what we kind of needed to see from these other games here from Corbeau is this great usage of early air power as opposed to, well,
He's got
kind of
fire
shitty
support.
usage.
Like,
Yes.
he doesn't have artillery, but his Hurricane is, it's essentially flying artillery, and it's helping him a lot dealing with the annoying units behind Yuejin's front lines.
Now,
And
Dragoni jumping out, so I go for it.
no, and he just, he didn't do a crazy light half-track rush, so he might actually win this match. Who knows?
Well, he's not going to rupture the center. There's a Pack 40 now. We're just outside that town, so if the
Ooh.
Drutzy can get close enough, no, never mind.
Yeah, if he can get to, it's not
He's
the
not-
best
it's-
sight line, but it's still pretty good for the Pack 40.
Ooh, where's he aiming? Oh, he's going after that Steward, I think. That was just kind of creeping across.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez. That Panther Shrek is doing work, though, stunning up one of those tanks pretty darn close.
The building. If he just microed it out of the building and jumped back in again, he probably could have got a second shot off.
Second Hurricane's been called into the field, by the way.
Yeah, there we go. Good choice. I mean, you got the Flak 36 now, which is gonna
Fine.
stop.
No,
You can just strafe it, because why not?
well, and oh my gosh, there's a third one?
Must
I
be.
think it's a third one.
I mean, only like 110 points. The cheapest chips, so you might as well. And against like this division, against 716, where it's all just soft targets, these Hurricanes are essentially bombers with their 420 mils.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I do want to take a quick look. No, okay, so I was thinking he was able to see the Kubels and the Opal Blitzes coming on up from the rear. He might have been able to strafe those, but no,
Yeah.
he could see the front IG-18, and that was about it.
Yeah, Corbeau doesn't really have that much recon on the field. I mean, it's such more of a smaller map, you don't really need it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, neither side really has that much recon either, but yeah, it's a smaller map. There's not many long-range sight angles, so...
Yeah,
not
it is a
really
bit slim,
necessary.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's there's a lot of turns and corners and nasty hedgerows.
Well, it's the World War II map on a diet. It's going for the skinny jeans. Makes sense.
Yeah. Angry
Vomiting noises.
Did he? Let me see. Did he just see all of that?
I think he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sees all of that.
It's like, oh, I can't go past that tree line.
The amazing thing about this is that even with that Pack 36 there and this other... Oh, never mind, Pack 40. I was going to say, he should be able to force it anyway. Then I was like, wait a second, that Pack 40 is terrifying.
And the thing is, Corbeau still has his Cromwell's alive, and that's going to be not just important in A phase, but all the way till C phase. It's all just soft targets, and he needs to keep him alive because he can only get a maximum of 4 in his polar stack, and that's in only available in phase A. So, be conservative with them and use them efficiently would definitely help Corbeau on this map. And always just flanking around to the Stuart, which is definitely a pretty good choice.
A good choice, but a wrong time for it between the Flak 36 and the Pack 37.
Yeah.
I mean, the door knocker getting a kill, that has to be the day.
Yeah. And it's a pretty good door knocker, though.
Ooh, and here's a challenge in the air. He's going after that Flak... Excuse me. Going after the Pack, rather. And the ME-109 and the Flak 36 do definitely encourage him to back away.
The Flak saved the Pack. And just McGurry is going for the Hurricane. And he can easily catch up.
Close. Another Hurricane coming on in. Oh, he dies, but the ME-109 might die in turn.
Yeah. I mean, even though the Messerschmitt has a much better turn radius, the Hurricane has much scarier armament. It's not as fast, so the Messerschmitt is going to be able to get away.
Yeah, I think yes, you're right.
It's 50 kilometers faster, I believe.
Yeah. Well, when the Pack that smiles back, it's Goldfish. Other Cromwells? Actually, no, a third Cromwell coming on in. Where's that guy going? He's going to the north. That's a good call.
Good.
He needs to stabilize that area.
Yeah, and he can definitely clear up that northern side of that one Cromwell. Even the Pack gun isn't that scary as he outranges it.
What is scary, though, is the occasional misstep that might allow this Pack 40 in the center part of the map to slowly redeploy to the north.
Yeah.
I mean, this might be seeming to be a little bit too aggressive. But you see that Panther Shrek squad just to the south of that big mess on the ground?
That'd be a good spot-ish, I'd say. But, like, once again, it's really hard to redeploy stuff at 7/16. You can't
Yeah.
just pop it on a half track and go your merry way.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Also, rather surprised, Eugene hasn't, like, brought out a single tank. I mean, you usually see, like, one Char B2 or something. But no, it's all just, he's just sticking it with the light infantry.
Well, I'll tell you what
Lorraine.
he's bringing out. Lorraine.
Yeah, but that's going to be pretty deadly and just barraging the infantry up, trying to push through. Corbeau, you know, he has good pressure in middle, but his tree line is really stopping his advance right now, as he just can't get around it.
There is consistent combat air patrol, though. Hurricane coming back in, looking to pound that pack 37 mil. And you know what? If he's able to kill that, he could finally get that rupture he's looking for.
Yeah.
Wow, that died fast.
That one, Flak 36, definitely worth its rate and go, just keeping those Hurricanes at bay, yo. He's gonna need to resupply it pretty soon. Only 24 salts left, you can't do too much with that.
Oh, with more infantry coming up as well, it doesn't even matter whether or not he resupplies it or not. He's not going to get there in time.
Mortal Run, which is good, cool. Just try to shut down any tanks coming down the road. But yeah, it seems like Corbeau's going to rupture the mid.
And another Cromwell coming out from the west.
Yeah, that's all 4 Cromwells now, so he can't get any more in terms of the 95mm mortar runs.
That's true. That's true, but we're at phase B now too, so more armored vehicles.
Might see some Italian dudes from Yuejin, which would be pretty good against the Strelchkis.
Oh, the 5 Liga? Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because the Strelchkis only have 1 SMG, so the Fried Liga have 2, which in an SMG fight, having more SMGs is usually pretty good, I'd say.
You know, one thing I hadn't really thought about is the Cromwell engaging Lorraine from where he is right now.
Yeah.
And not realizing that he could theoretically kill him.
Yeah, also, if he just kept a Cromwell, yeah, well, more to run now. But that's a really good area just to shut down any reinforcements. If you had like an AT gun in roughly the same area, or Wolverine, Firefly, etc., Achilles, you name it. Finally, a B2 being brought in up north, so a bit of armor from Eugene.
Yeah, but it's being matched by a reconnaissance steward from the Poles.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, it's a pretty good counter against the recon steward. It does have hit armor. So against light vehicles, even at the stat count, it can... It's a fairly fair matchup.
Well, does Hurricane season in the meantime, they're going after that martyr. They're just gonna... yeah. They're gonna tickle to death, stepping into the attack run.
No, they're backing off. The Flak 36 is out of ammo.
But he doesn't know that yet, now does he?
Hero no outrun, comes back in for round number 2. Yo,
Question is he going to do that?
Does he have line of sight? I don't think he has line of sight and Rocky wants to strafe. No, he does see them. He could strafe to the Pack 40 right now, which is exactly what he's doing. Deadly. Absolutely deadly.
Well, the funny thing is, even if this ground attack ME-109 goes after him, yeah, you're not going to tangle with 3 fighters.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's only a Messerschmitt Go, which has a really poor armament.
As you're saying already, and those 4 quad 20 mils are just... to quote you, they're doing God's work.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the bloody Hurricanes are such good planes for posed as they're really cheap. You know, not the best fighters, but paying 110 points for 4 20 mils, you can't go wrong with that.
Anti-tank gun still manages to stay alive. Meanwhile, the Cromwell gets engaged quite a bit. B2 him from range.
Yeah, nothing more to run.
They do have to take out 2 Martyr 1s in the Pack 40. Pack 40 is still causing lots of issues here.
Yeah, and yeah, Eugene's just holding that like forest line, stopping anything from coming through, is really doing him a lot of favors from stopping Corbeau from making much more progress. So Corbeau, he does have a +2 point advantage. So even though he's not like, you know, making a big spearhead through anywhere, he's just slowly gaining ground. And he's going to be pretty close to a +3, I'd say. Yeah, it's only like 3% off from a +3.
That would be quite the coup, considering what's been happening in the last couple of matches here. And that's not to say, of course, that Corbeau's been playing poorly. It's just more the fact that every stratagem he's been devising has been countered.
Yeah. And you got to realize, you know, the last 2 matches he's done some crazy light vehicle play and it didn't work, and now he's playing more, you know, conservatively, and it is working. You know, it's less memes, which is a bit unfortunate, but in the end of the day, you are kind of playing to win.
Wait, so your tank saying that a 45 ACP is not going to take out a Tiger tank?
Well, actually, it does. If you've seen this documentary, Saving Private Ryan, he does blow it up through the goddamn, you know, visor slit, which bounces through and gets an ammunition hit. I mean,
you know, right now, it's a combination of War Thunder and The Last Crusade going through my mind. You do realize that, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, if you were to face me with a Tiger tank right now, just give me one bullet, 45 ACP, and an M1911, and I'll make that sucker blow up in, you know, one well-placed shot in between the visor.
Worth noting that there was a Flak 88 come out to the north, who's damaged both the Cromwell, the Command Cromwell, and that Stewart. But the infantry support version of the Cromwell, he's doing work now too.
Yeah. The Panzer B2 maybe able to stop his push for now. He's getting in a rather nice position, up and close, so his AT gun can do some work, and also does have the big ass Howitzer too, which helps a lot dealing suppression damage to the Polish tanks.
True.
Yeah.
I'd still prefer to be on the pole side of things. Pinning down that guy super fast.
They're definitely in the pole position at the moment up north.
You boo. Old jokes.
Yeah.
Boo.
Yeah.
Supply truck coming up to the north, and that B2 is shockingly enough being forced back by the Streltsky, I would argue.
Yeah, I think we're finally getting the Italian dudes being brought into the middle here.
Well, there's a martyr. And, well, if you are a martyr, you need to depend on your machine guns, because apparently you're out of HE.
Yep, yeah, I mean, running out of HE is a good problem, but still it's a problem.
Well, especially when it's something that's as lightly armored as that martyr.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the main thing is Yuejin has managed to get a foothold back into the town, which is, you know, he's still at a +2 disadvantage, but he's managed to at least gain a little bit of ground back.
Where is the supply truck? There it is, okay. Hurricane coming on in, actually finally a ground attack Hurricane. I like this play.
Yeah, big booms.
You like big booms, I like big booms, but he's got the biggest booms of them all.
Yep, and the mortar run just tastes the big booms.
Is there another... No, never mind. It's another Flak 36 coming in. I thought maybe we were going to be another what you call it? 88?
88? No.
Yeah.
Unfortunately not.
But not till phase C, I want to say.
Yeah, I mean, you can get a lot of 88s in 7/16, but
they're backloaded though, they're not front-loaded.
Yeah. Bit of
and now,
pretty good.
That is also true. I was actually thinking to myself, I'm surprised that we're not seeing all the Hurricanes come rushing right back in, now that he knows that AA gun is out of ammunition.
Yeah. Yeah, and he really needs to resupply it. Like now.
Oh, we need to do that like yesterday, but yeah.
Got another Flak 36 up north, so yeah, he's definitely worried about any air plays.
Yeah. I think I'd prefer to get something a little heavier up north. But what with, you know, the Recon Stewarts and Cromwells and everything like that being up there?
Another model run does go down to a bomber Hurricane, so losing those tanks left, right, and centre. And this is what I mean, against 7/16, all you just need is high explosive power and you pretty much crush him.
Well, and love.
And love. It's like Captain Planet. It's like the most important element out of them all. Why have fire when you can have love?
I was thinking the Beatles, but that's fair too.
Fair point.
I suppose they did learn it from Captain Planet.
Yeah.
And that little bit of grip they had of the town, well, that's very quickly going goodbye.
Yeah, one Italian dude is not going to be enough.
Why these Hurricanes? Yeah. I was gonna say he's unmasking the ground fire. Where are you guys going? You guys? Oh no, you're chasing.
Yeah.
The ME 109.
Right on his ass. Yeah, there we go.
And they're not even gonna get the kill out of it either.
Maybe another turn radius.
Nah.
He can catch up, yo. So maybe he can get another kill.
Kamerad. Just for the record, I'd like to point out the fact that his name basically means comrade.
He's a good friend.
Basically.
Yeah.
There's a slight difference there in spelling, but
Yeah. But Corbeau, he's still in that plus 2 point advantage, and it seems like he's gonna take it just due to the huge lead he has when we're about to hit phase C. And that's a good lead to have.
well, again, like I've been saying, down to nothing. You got to do something shocking to really throw somebody off his game. Now, if we do see a Corbeau victory out of this, I would hope that he's not going to turn around and just start trying to meme the last game. Like, dude, again, this is the freaking finals. Please play to win, not play for laughs.
Dude, I know. I want to see the memes. I want to see.
I know.
See the memes.
Part of me does too. Just just that moment again. And we talk about this sometimes. And Eugene, you know what, dude? I love you as a player. You're a fantastic player. I've learned actually just a lot just casting your games. But man, I want to see Corbeau pull that out, man. Opinion. I know I'm gonna get hammered in the comments, I'm sure. But oh well.
Saxon being brought out now, and that's really going to be a nail in the coffin, to be honest, as they can literally just pound the last nail into the coffin as knock out all the AA pieces. Lorraine is up north, but yeah, Corbeau pretty much just got this in the bag, to be honest. Do you want to take us at ×2 at like 2710?
2710, sure.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't take me to task when you think about it, because I just went and publicly just said that the Allies should win this game.
Well, they're not going to win because there's no way. There's no way that Yuejin can get like a +4 advantage at this point in time.
Oh, ye of little faith. We've seen that happen before.
But you just cannot do it with 7/16. They are too slow.
Okay, I see. Okay, I see what you mean there. I thought you meant like he's not going to get it.
If this is like a Panzer division or something with like light vehicles that could just penetrate through, and yes, but this is the main problem with 7/16. It's too slow. You cannot push anywhere fast enough to like take advantage of it. And even then, because everything is very soft-skinned, bombers, high explosive shells, anything with big booms just stops you, and you can't really do too much about it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Very fair.
And the infantry is kind of mediocre too. So like Italians do to like good, but it's like not the best. Once again, I'd still prefer Panzer Grenadiers any day of the week, because they just shred everything if you know how to use them.
That is also fair. Now to the north, that B2 has gotten a fair number of kills. I think he's taken out all 3 of those tanks by himself.
Yeah. It's a Firefly, and good luck with that Firefly, buddy.
Yep, that top side of things, yeah, he's going to get just that 1200 meters range on him, too.
It's probably going to go down to points, I say, not a surrender.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, that's actually kind of surprising. Yuejin has to know he's not pulling this back out. I think he's doing this just to tire out his opponent.
Or maybe just for fun.
Maybe that too. Who plays this game for fun? Of course, we play for blood.
I don't play this for blood. I don't play this game for blood. Can't. I'm actually a crip.
I'm not sure exactly how much blood I can donate to these guys. Pack 40s, wow. Again, if an infinite amount of time. Well, yikes, that ME-109. Been a lot of air death here. Pack 40s, we're holding it down. I imagine this is very much one of those kind of Shakespeare and monkeys and typewriters kind of thing.
Yeah.
Did he go down? He did go down the absolute last second. I imagine given infinite amount of time, Yuejin could have gone and taken this, but
yeah, you can't do it with 7/16. It's literally impossible. I'm not even being facetious. It's like literally impossible to like come back from such a point deficit at 7/16.
Well, this game was much more even overall in terms of history-wise. Cromwell did a huge amount of work. Geez, 3 AA pieces, 2 anti-tanks, 1 artillery, 1 infantry. Oh, yikes.
Yeah, those Cromwells did pretty well. I mean, really, it's just the Cromwell's getting like the major kills, to be honest. And looking from Eugene's perspective, not really much. It's pretty evenly spread out. And in history, it's Eugene takes a lot of losses early on, then it's a bit back and forth, and yeah, it's pretty much back and forth from then on out.
Yeah, it's pretty fair.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't really realize that 540 or so to about for that next minute. He does drop about, what, 100 points, 110 points? So.
Yeah, it's like over 100, 110, 150 points, yeah.
So nice airplay coming out from Corbeau on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping the series alive. We're going to be going to game 4 in just a second. And I guess, Ryan, should we just see those folks there?
Yeah, we'll see you, yeah.
All right, good folks, see you in round 4. So, guys, we are here with round 4. It is a 2-1 in favor of Yuejin. And you know what? On Column Belez, we are so... I don't know. I feel blessed to see this map. I haven't seen this map in forever.
Yeah.
And Rang, I love the divisions on this map, too. Who do we have?
Left-hand side in blue, we have Yuejin as the 4th armored, and right-hand side we have Corbeau as 17th assassin, which are both really good divisions to pick. So I'd say both sides are definitely playing to win, which makes sense, as, you know, if Corbeau loses this, Yuejin takes the cup.
Indeed. So of course the factory complex is always such a massive, massive focus of this area. Excuse me, of this map rather. I'm amused that we have tank killers up at the top.
Yeah.
It's in fact Kitty and not the Germans.
Yeah, we've got the Hellcat up north and the Stug. But it's factory fight's gonna be pretty interesting. Even though 4th is, you know, an armored division, they got a lot of rifles, and rifles are pretty good. At the same time, Corvo has good infantry choices. It seems like just getting stormtroopers in the factory. So if he can just use them in CQC, they could probably do some damn good damage.
True. I kind of wonder if they're going to get overwhelmed though.
Yeah, I think they're definitely a bit outgunned, to be honest. Yeah, up north we've got the Pac-38 scaring off the WC, and the Hellcat just doing some long-range fire support. It's gonna be pretty hard to use that Stug, I'd say, especially in this more like northern open area. But I guess we'll have to see.
Just so, and another Bantam coming on, and so, did the other Bantam die already? I guess so.
Maybe.
Yes, it did.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Northwest of that rifle, so we have a nice little burning Jeep. That was always one of the niftiest kind of added vehicles. Ugly as all hell.
I mean, it's like, it's pretty much just a technical, like, some routed armor strapped on. It's really good unit. I mean, it's been a bit nerfed, rightfully so, but it's a 50 cal and a slightly armored thing, so it's great against infantry, and it can spot infantry because recon optics.
Wait. You're telling me it was broken initially when you could rush through with 3 or 4 of them and just completely wreck the front lines? Never.
Yeah, I know, right?
The
Don't worry,
Hellcat,
you can still, like, do 2 Stuarts a minute.
Hellcat and the Stug are starting to flirt with each other from long range, sending some love back and forth in those iron cigars.
Yeah.
Okay, artillery piece and an anti-tank gun. One of these is going to get hammered.
Yeah, it's an IG-18 and it's a Pac-40 actually, so that's going to be...
Yeah.
Is that Pac-40? Or was that Pac-38?
Yeah, I think so. Yep, that's the 40.
It's Pac-40, so that's going to be pretty good against the Hellcat, as it can actually get the same range as the Hellcat. So, yeah, that's a good purchase.
Very good indeed. Now, in the factory, no real fights happening, and down to the south, of course, neither guy really investing too much on the southern side of this little canal here.
It's
completely understandable.
It's always really risky to push from either side, as it's such a narrow choke point, and there's so much, like, open ground. Yeah, it doesn't usually work if you try to do a half-track rush. You see many people in team games try to half-track rush or do a rush down the canal, but it never works. It never works.
Yeah, actually, you know, that would have been one of the few maps I've ever watched you and PLK do, where that half-track rush was just a... It was a little rough.
Yeah. Yeah, I was before, like, half-track rush. I was before the half-track rush nerf.
GU87.
Yeah,
this is going to be perfect. This is going to be perfect. He's going after the Hellcat. There's nothing here to stop him. Ladies and gentlemen, he's going in for the attack. Oh, he doesn't see him.
He lost line of sight.
Arg. I was so excited for a second.
What a slight block. Yeah, that's a smart move from Yuejin. I mean,
never mind.
Getting it behind. Yeah, he goes.
Tracks and wheels. Dude, you have like a couple hundred more meters. Fire, you fool.
He has time to turn around. There's no real AA to really threaten him. Just one 50 cal machine gun.
Well, remind the folks at home, what are the fourth half for air power to kind of chase this away, if anything?
Bagger, I forgot. They can get some P-38s, but I don't think that's
I want to say it's 38 to be a 47.
But honestly, I forgot what their full armored air power is. It's pretty just standard American stuff.
Oh, and what's more than that? Ooh, but what we do have here, the CGMC. There we go.
Yeah.
Mortar Half Track goes down early, and that's a bigger loss than it might suggest.
Yeah, that's a pretty important. That's a pretty big loss, I'd say, as more than half track. So extremely useful. And his Hellcat's pretty much pinned down. As if he was to try and peek out and continue fighting, yeah, Stugs, yeah. And with 2-cell veterancy, it's going to get first shot.
Unfortunately, one thing that Corbeau is not really paying attention to is the fact that his infantry is being isolated and will get squeezed out in just a second.
At least he's not trying to, like, rush him up. I mean, it's better just keep the stormtroopers in a defensive position.
Yeah, but the way to fire is going to be awful in a second. The WC-52, there's an IG-18 now super, super close. Okay, pop out the Stosstroopin, get rid of that rifle south of the canal.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta happen.
It's gotta happen. But,
yeah, he's a surrender.
Down. I mean, he's getting some Panzergrens now, which will help out as they have the long-range fire support. The WC-52 is still a rather big threat because, it's a 50 cal vehicle.
Yeah, but losing a Stosstroopin is a bad loss. That's a bad loss.
Yeah. And WC now just booking it through.
Well, because he can. I mean, geez, he's gonna force a surrender in the IG-18 as well.
Yeah. And that's gonna open up his southern side for him, which will be pretty damn good.
Or a kill. That works too.
Kill works.
So the North Hellcat won't move, but we are going to have the GMC coming on in to repair him. So when that happens, he'll be back into the fray.
Exactly, but still, the Stug did manage to close the gap, so it isn't within spitting range to shoot it if it does decide to pop around the corner. And then it's going to be another Panzer Grenadier squad up north, and it seems like Corbeau will be able to clear its northern sector. Oh, we got B-26. I completely forgot about it in A phase.
Oh, well, thank God.
That was the thing nerfed. In A phase. Yeah, it's not as powerful anymore. I mean, it did do a lot of damage, yeah, but it's no longer invincible.
Well, thankfully, too, because that was a pain in the ass to fight.
It was broken. It was so bloody broken.
Continuing horrible, horrible movie memories of this. The moment in Pearl Harbor when they're just in the whole little Tokyo raid.
Yes.
And he starts to strafe all the Japanese soldiers who are capturing, I think, Josh Hartnett on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Whenever I see this B-26 Marauder, that's all I can think of.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't, because that's a horrible movie, and the B-26 deserves better than that.
Yeah, Pearl Harbor is such a joke. If you want a good Pearl Harbor movie, just see Tora.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. A fantastic movie that does absolutely everything right.
But what's also fantastic is his Hellcat is getting some pretty good hits on his Stug F8. And if that goes down, Corbeau's gonna... Yeah, he's gonna feel the pain now in A phase. That's his one main tank.
Pack 40 might be able to engage from range, though. Actually, as well as Pack 38, except that now the B-26 has got his number.
So anytime those guys pop out, a B-26 is... gonna get the kill. So now would be the time for Corbeau to get an AA unit, because this B-26 is now wrecking his face.
Yeah, and he's got fuel for days, is the problem.
He can just come around town, and come around town again and again.
Now, Stosstroopin are being rather aggressive in the factory, if somewhat pluckily so. I understand why.
It's clearing out some infantry. They're doing a pretty good job, I'd say.
That's fair.
Yeah. Up north, I think the Pack 40 is taking some
getting shredded. Yeah, when your B-26 uses over 1,000 rounds of ammunition without really even scratching the paint on the back of the fuselage, that's a really, really great time.
This is perfect, B-26. Just I'd say a play, but opportunity. Here we go. Got J87G, which. I mean, he's going to go for the Hellcat, but the B-26 can go after the Ju-87. I mean, it may be a fighter bomber, or
a wet noodle contest.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still going to go down. Yeah. He's not living this. Okay, maybe he will. I was actually surprised by how much more durable those things were.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, smoke.
No. B-26 getting in behind.
I actually also kind of thought he was going to get the fuselage machine guns, not just the tail gunner there.
Jeez, that is... Is he going to get out of that? It seems so. I mean, the B-26 doesn't
Yeah.
have veterancy, so yeah. Still a bit silly bringing out the J-87 Riv, and then even a recon plane. I'd be pretty scared bringing out J-87. But yeah, it's a little bit silly bringing it out. He really needs to get an AA unit, is what I'm saying, and he's not.
Nope, he's just lost pretty much his entire effective anti-tank from the
Yeah,
north.
and he can't get like another Pack 40 till like B phase. So.
Holy crap! I didn't realize he's at 42.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It's
southern
because he's got the
side.
southern
He's
side.
completely reversed that. One of his last class of Stosh troopers coming on in.
And you're going to be in B phase very shortly, so yeah.
By the way, that Schminwagen should be able to go across this water without any issues, but
You can,
I've never seen it go across the water then.
because no one ever does yet. Because I think if it's a fast move, it doesn't like take into account the water, so it just go over the bridges. So it's something you have to like physically tell the unit to like cross the river.
You know, I've been playing this game for quite a while. I've never seen that happen.
You never see amphibious units be used because it's like.
Because why?
Because exactly, it's not many amphibious areas. We're not attacking Omaha Beach.
I would live in bejesus out of that map.
Yeah, and in the 1v1 version, you can't even go on the beach. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, what's the point of buying the beachfront property?
That's a good
Get
point,
your
Corbeau.
GT, it's only 45 a pop.
That's a fair point, Corbeau. You get IG-18 to 17 possess, and that's all you need.
Yep.
Yeah. And as you can see, that's going to be a lot of fire support on that rifle squad.
Now, again, I want to see these Stosh Troopers be aggressively placed here, but I guess honestly using the Pigrens is a better usage of that infantry. You want to keep the Stosh Trooper as, press instead of, in case of panic.
Here we go.
With those Fausts.
2 straight, run middle, and run down south, which is pretty much going to clear everything there. We got a Stug 4 coming in up north, which is going to be a good contender against the Hellcat. But, I mean, Corbeau has map control, which is good, but he's doesn't really have units. Like, Yuejin has more firepower on the field of the Hellcat, 2 Stuarts, the M15s. It's gonna be pretty hard from Corbeau, I'd say, to try and knock these all out, especially in 4th Armored can get a lot of armor.
Well, I keep waiting for these Stosh Trooper in the south to get close enough to Faust that Stuart, but the Stuart has seen the danger. The Stuart beyond the water has started launching rounds downrange.
Good placement, good placement.
Yeah, yeah. Like you said, that Stug life is happening here. Watch the Hellcat take like 2 shots and kill him.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm saying just watch it happen. I hope I'm wrong, but just watch that happen.
Yeah.
Pigrens in the meantime engage his rifles at range, and as we've talked about before, that BAR is really quite good, but
Yeah, they're pretty pants. The nice thing about BAR yo is that it can engage under 100 meters, unlike most machine guns. So it does have that CQC capability. It's not a lot of CQC capability, but it's better than none.
And with Abrams.
Yeah. Oh, Abrams. There we go.
Now, quick question. What did that message say on the field? It was honestly it vanished way too quick for me to see it.
I didn't see it either.
Okay.
I'm sure the viewers got it, yo. I mean, you can just go back and.
No, it came in just as it started to fade just as I don't know. I didn't see it. That's the important thing here. JU-87 comes back in for another round of playing,
and
he's got
B-26.
And Focke-Wulf's now here too.
Here's
the B-26 gets really hardcore engaged.
Yeah.
But the CGMC might be enough to cut them loose.
Yeah, but the JU didn't manage to do anything, and yeah, the M15 is going to keep us Focke-Wulf suppressed. And that's a lot of money. That's 300 points on 2 fighters, and he's been banking those points on getting those 2 fighters, and they didn't manage to accomplish that much.
Stug and the Hellcat exchanging fire. And just barely moving out of range of each other just now. Not a lot of infantry left, really, currently for the 17th SS.
Yeah, I mean, they got the Panic Grenadiers, and they're a good defensive position, but it's just he does not have much in the field. And 4th Armoured now is out armouring Corbeau. And I mean, Corbeau, he's got an IG-18s, and IG-18s are nice, but by God, he really needs some AA or anti-tank. He doesn't need IG-18s at this moment.
And that B-26 playing it
Yeah.
kind of aggressively here. Is that smoke I see from the fuselage? Yeah, we have a little bit of smoke come from the engines.
Yeah, a little bit of damage, but he's still going strong.
Yep.
Yeah, but this is... I mean, it's so bad it's allowing his B-26 just, roam around freely. Oh, there we go. Focke-Wulf being brought in now, so... He can kind of chase that down, but at the same time, he M15's here. So I don't think he's going to get the... Yeah.
And the half-tracks, and the Hellcat, and the turrets.
Yeah, so he really needs a ground AA unit to keep out of bay, as his Focke-Wulfs unfortunately can't really do anything with the amount of AA on the field.
Shockingly enough, though, we haven't really realized it's back to a 50-50 split here. Crichton Abrams is coming around the south. He's taking out one IG-18.
Yeah.
And I sincerely doubt the Germans have anything that can stymie this.
Yeah. He's getting another Stug 4 to go, like, the northern middle sector. Hopefully, brings it in round south to try and deal with Mr. Abrams, but who knows.
Well, we haven't seen Stewart spam, that's for sure.
No, we're only seen 2 so far.
Is that it? Oh my gosh, there comes the up gun.
Oh, yeah.
76 mils up in.
And there's just a lot of armor, and... Oh, he finally gets killed with Panzerfaust with the SS Stormtroops, but only on a truck. And Corbeau, he really needs anti-tank down south. This isn't good.
Heck, he needs it in the factory for that matter, too. There's that Stewart that's in there. He's super close and super personal. But there's also so much infantry.
Yeah.
It's going to be impossible to set this back.
It's going to be pretty tough. I mean, got J87G. And now Corbeau's pretty much banked all his points in air power. And, usually getting air power is pretty nice, but because of the AA net Eugene's managed to, bring up, its air power is pretty much ineffective.
A Hellcat goes down.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Stug
4 takes it out. That's not a huge deal, but it's still a pretty big one.
It opens up the North for now, at least, as there's nothing there to stop the Stooks from moving through. And if the Stooks to get the M15, that'd be a damn good kill.
P-38 coming on in. I think this Ju-87 might buy it.
Yeah.
There he goes.
It's gonna be that's a pretty big loss. He can still get another run. Well, he still has another run in reserve. He's usually get 2 per card. Hidden 17th.
Expensive though.
Yeah, still a bit of an expensive loss.
2 kills.
Oh damn. That's really good knocking out the Focke-Wulf. That's a 150-point plane gone to. That's 2 planes gone to like a 120-point fighter. So that's pretty good.
That's putting it rather mildly. There's now less 17th SS on the map than there are. I almost want to say half tracks, but just tanks.
Yeah, it's a lot of armored French on the field. The 2 Stugs up north can deal with it well, but and then there's the rest of the map. And finally, we got an AT gun being brought out down south. It's probably a Pack 40. Yeah, it's a Pack 40.
Yeah, it is.
So it's good, but it's a little bit outgunned now, considering he has 4 armored vehicles down south. Yet he has to worry about 4 tanks. Yeah.
Engaging these LMG rifles behind him. A little bit unnecessary, but sure, whatever.
Yeah, get them out of the way.
B-26 in the meantime, yeah.
Yeah. And once again, no AA to stop his B-26.
Hellcat considering a couple of shots moving on down there? Not quite.
And the Focke-Wulf going in. There we go, finally. Managed to get the B-26 on his lines where there's no AA to stop him, so maybe he can get the kill.
If he gets back over the American lines, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. Oh, wow. There we go.
That's legitimately the first time I've seen a B-26 go down in pretty much since the game came out.
Yeah, but it didn't even like get the fallback on it. It just died. So there we go. That's a good kill.
Well, we know one thing for sure. That was not the Memphis Belle.
Fair point. Fair point.
Yeah.
We got more grenadiers, or Panzer Grenadiers I should say, coming in to hold the line. And a P-38 Lightning getting some strafes, and yeah, Pack 40 is a little bit outgunned. Stug 4 coming in, which is going to be good at holding the line, but still a little bit outnumbered. And I do like how Corbeau is pushing up north, even though he's getting pushed pretty heavy down south. He is relieving some pressure by his northern assault. Yeah, Hellcat could, pop around and get a sneaky shot in. They've got another Hellcat maneuvering down south, so the Stugs are going to be outmaneuvered, it seems. And the 76 behind the Stugs, so he's definitely outmaneuvered, yeah. It is
Yep.
It is rating to, ambush yet.
Well, that's what I was about to say when you started kind of listing the Hellcat coming. I was thinking to myself, yeah, we saw the factory complex, and as lovely as it would be to have the Germans pinch off the complex, they don't have anywhere near the amount of forces necessary to reduce it.
Yeah. Corbeau's just lost all his stuff so early on. Just this unit rise, especially due to B-26 strafing run. It's very hard for him to come back now, especially against 4th Armored, which really, he can just get, like Guards Armored, they just get a lot of stuff. And if you allow him to get more stuff, and you can get stuff, and their stuff beats your stuff.
So, in essence, you're saying it all comes down to the right stuff.
It all comes down to bringing in the right stuff. That's how you win Steel Division. Your stuff's got to beat the enemy's stuff, and if you can do that, you win.
Well, exactly. And I feel like a lot of this has to come down to the immortal words of Patton as well. The point of war is not to die for your country, it's to make the other bastard die for his.
Fair point.
And that B-26 has made a lot of those bastards die for their country.
Also, equally, good point, yeah.
We are getting that flank. There's one stroke down. And even while one Hellcat gets pushed back, the other M4A1, the 76 mil, you have a nice little side shot here.
Damn.
2 shots, 2 kills.
Yeah, it was lovely maneuvering, yeah. Really taking advantage of that factory complex position that he managed to hold. And I don't see Corbeau really taking this back. He just doesn't have stuff, frankly.
He's bringing another Stroog, so the Stroogs are his last hope for any kind of remote defense.
Yeah.
And I would be surprised if we don't see this northern side of the map just get overwhelmed completely.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing here to really stop the Hellcats and infantry moving through. I mean, Eugene's going to wait for his half-tracks and whatnot to, start clearing the forest before moving in his armor. But, yeah, he pretty much has that northern flank under control. We got 2 Stug 4s down south. It's not the best Stug territory, but he can make it somewhat work. Maybe. I mean,
holy crap! The M4A1 and then Abrams. It was like, I think I'll get rid of that infantry now.
It just made it disappear. Want to see a magic act?
The pencil's gone. It's magic. I watched it the other day. I missed that man. What a good actor. Not sure you knew. A tidbit of information for all you movie cinephiles out there. Had Heath Ledger not passed on, shall we say, they were going to have 4 or 5 Batman movies of him against the Joker itself. I can only imagine the depth of depravity that could have gone to.
That would have been cool.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been cool.
Do you want to kick this up to ×2 at about 2730?
Sure.
That's not to demean Corbeau's valiant defense here, but his valiant defense looks like it's going to fold in a couple of rounds.
Yeah, I think this match really came down to Corbeau not respecting the B-26 paint train, and it just destroyed him. Absolutely destroyed him. The planes wasn't a nice effort, but considering that the M15s were on the field, getting some flak Verkelins instead probably would have helped out a bit more. And it would have been a safer, cheaper option, I'd say.
Here's the question. Will Crichton go down?
I think so. This is actually a pretty good flank around Stuke. But still is.
Oh my god, here comes out the B-26.
Yeah. But we got a 76 mil, we still got the upgun Sherman. There's still another Stuart. So it's still quite a bit that he has to break through. Plus all the infantry. And he does lose one Stuke to the 76 Sherman. So Stukes will only take you so far.
Oh, was it the Strug or was it the 76 mil?
Oh, the 76, yeah, it might have been that.
There's 2 of them then, for that matter.
Yeah, B-26 goes down to the Focke-Wulf. So getting the second run, which was good, but a little bit too late. They've already done the damage.
I think he's extending for home, and that lightning's like, dude, I want to get on your tail. Go
Nope.
slower. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So again, it might be putting the cart before the horse here, but it does look like Yuejin will be our Season 1 champion here.
Mm-hmm.
He's played a hell of a season.
Yeah, it's lasted quite long. Even though it's kind of like gone by fast, to be honest. But it's been going on for like 3 months or what now? 4 months. Yeah, like 3 months since February. But it's been like a lot of really good games for its SD season, and I'm really looking forward to the next one. Considering this was like the first run done, and even like Wargame, there wasn't really anything like is going on. It's been really well executed and really well organized.
Yeah, so again, another big shout out to Proto Soccer and Curves, I'm sorry if I'm forgetting somebody out there, but as the two major brains behind this, honestly, we wouldn't have the material without them. So a big thank you to those guys.
Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to season 2. I mean, 65 players. That's a
I'm
healthy
thrilled.
amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm supremely thrilled for that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, looks like congratulations to Corbeau for taking first place in this madness. Wow, try this again. Wow. Yuejin for taking first place in this madness. Corbeau for taking first runner-up. That's what I meant to say.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Eugene's going to be taking home 1 Paradox title and 2 DLCs, and Corbeau 1 Paradox title and 1 DLC. Get Battletech. But, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, got Final Pioneers and some Pack 40s, but just the American Armored Pain Train is just on full-on choo-choo.
You know, it's going to be weird to say this, perhaps, but I actually kind of missed the 4th Armor, and I'm happy we got to see them again.
Yeah, they've been nerfed, like, since their release, and they're fun to visit to watch, they're very aggressive. They're still a little bit overpowered, but not like they're not broken as they were before. And a lot of the reasons why Corbeau lost his match isn't because 4th Armors was, brokenly overpowered. It was just,
came down to a couple of misplays.
Yeah, not dealing with the B-26s was a pretty big misplay.
I'm kind of getting a little bit unlucky, too, I say, with some of the Hellcat play.
Yeah.
Early on.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's going to be it. Now, if I can say this right for the final time, Eugen takes us 3-1. Corbeau pulls out that final surrender, and I'm going to guess this KD... Yeah, it's about what I expected.
Yeah, I'm looking at the history. It's pretty back and forth here, so more 4th Armored stuff gets killed early on. Actually, yeah, a lot of 4th Armored stuff dies in that first 10 minutes, but after B-phase hits, Panzergrens just go down, and then everything just dies for the Germans, essentially, a few American losses. Yeah, and kills, M18 did pretty well, Abrams did pretty good.
Did well.
Bond?
Sherman Bond. M4160 on the 76.
Oh, wow. Yeah, 2 Stugs, that's pretty good. And, yeah, and looking at losses, nothing really too crazy. 1 Stug managed to get 4 kills, but yeah, that's about it.
I am surprised that B-26 Marauder only got 1 kill.
Yeah, it doesn't kill, it just suppresses, and it's really good at suppression.
Oh yeah, it felt like it should have killed a lot more than that,
Yeah.
But yes, so that brings us to the end of our finals coverage. I know you and I have some other stuff coming up soon. I can't think of it for the life of me what it is off the top of my head.
We got the 6th Division tournament final, and there's also the 3rd place match that we still have to do for the league.
Yes, you're absolutely right. That's what I was missing there. Yeah. So, folks, check back in this coming week to see some more of the 6 Divisions tournament, the final, excuse me. And we'll have some more great material coming your way just as soon as we can.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, Rang, any final thoughts?
Nope. Very good game, guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video.
Indeed, I hope you guys come back for Season 2 as well. So if you like what you see, of course, always subscribe to Rangru, subscribe to me, hit anybody out there you'd like to, go for it. But for right now, this is Con Ulrich.
I'm Rangru. Take it easy.